Social Science, Economics, Chapter 1, The Story of Village Palampur. Last class I have already told you about the story of village Palampur. Now today we are going to discuss about the factors of production. Factors of production are land, labor, physical capital and human capital. So today we are going to discuss about these factors. So the first requirement is for the production is land and the other natural resources such as water, forest and minerals. So if we want to make or to establish an industry or a factory, then first of all we want a land. And another things are important factors are water, availability of water and the minerals or the other raw materials easily available. Now the second one is, the second requirement is labor, that is the people who will do the work or the people who will complete the task. Second factor is labor. Some production activities require highly educated workers to perform the necessary tasks, and sometimes for some productions we want the educated workers also, so they can easily perform their task. And other activities require workers can do manual works, and for the other activities we want the workers who can easily do the manual work. Each worker is providing the labor necessary for production, and each worker is providing means each worker is providing the labor necessary for production. They are ready to do their best for the production. So the first is requirement is land. First of all our requirement is land and other natural resources like water, means the availability of water surrounding that land, and the forest or the minerals or the easily transportable facilities like that. And the second one is labor, means the people who will do or who will complete their task for the production. Now the third requirement is physical capital, that is the variety of inputs required at every stage during production, means during the production requirement is the inputs, and at every stage of production the physical capital or the inputs are required, that is physical capital. What are the items that come under physical capital? Now the first question arises here, what are the items? First is tools, machines and buildings. If we want to establish a factory, first of all we want the land. We have the land now. Then we want the laborers to do the work. Then we have the laborers to do. Third one is physical capital, and physical capital are of two types, fixed capital or working capital. So the fixed capital is like the tools or machines that are established once and they are used over many years, and they can be used for the production for so many years. That's why these things, tools, machines or buildings, are known as fixed capitals. Now second one is raw materials and money in hand. And if we want to produce or manufacture anything, we want the raw materials. For example, if we want to produce or to manufacture clothes, the raw material is cotton or the fabrics or the yarns. So like that, first of all if we want to produce or manufacture anything, we want the raw material for that, and money in hand. Money also, we want the money, because without money nothing can be possible. So production requires a variety of raw materials such as the yarn used by the weaver and the clay used by the potter. And if the potter wants to make a pitchers or the diyas or other type of clay items, then he wants the clay, and if he don't have the clay, he will be not able to produce any type of material. So like that, if we want to produce any type of goods or any type of material, then we want the raw materials. And also money is always required during production to make payments, and money is also an important thing because with this money we make payments and buy other necessary items. Then if we want the raw materials, we have to go to the market or the any type of shops or any type of if we want to make a cloth, then we have to go to the farmers or the peasant that grows the cotton to buy the cotton as a raw material. So for that we want the money. So money is also the very important thing, and we have to take money in our hand. That's why raw materials and money are in hand are called working capital. If we don't have any money, we are not able to buy any type of raw material, or if we don't have the money, so we are not able to buy the land, and we are not able to give the payment to the laborers. So labor is not available for us. That's why money in hand is important, and it is also known as working capital, because without money we are not able to do anything. So unlike tools, machines and buildings, so if we want to take or if we want to buy the tools or machines, or if we want to build a building, then also we want the money. Without money we are not able to buy tools or machines also. They are used up in production, and these things are also used in production. So first is land, second is labor, third one is physical capital, and physical capital is divided into two: fixed capital and working capital. Fixed capital are the tools and machines. Fixed capitals are the tools, machines, buildings, etc. But the working capital is the raw material and the money in hand. Now there is a fourth requirement too. Now fourth requirement is there: you will need knowledge and enterprise to be able to put together land, labor and physical capital and produce an output, either to use yourself or to sell in the market. These days is called human capital. We shall, so these if we are able to produce anything or goods with the land, labor and the physical capital, then these produce an output, and these outputs are used by ourselves or to sell in the market, then this is known as human capital. So the fourth requirement is human capital. Fourth requirement is human capital. Now through this picture, in this picture identify the land. Now you are able to see the land, and you are able to see the labor and fixed capital used in production, and you are able to see that without fixed capital the production is not possible. So you are able to see that the fixed capital is used in production. Okay, now this picture is of a factory with several laborers and heavy machines. You are able to see the several laborers, and they are doing their work on the machines. They are doing they are completing their work with heavy machines, and machines are included in the fixed capital. Every production is organized by combining land, labor, physical capital and human capital. So the production is organized by each and every production is organized or completed by the four factors, that are land, labor, physical capital and human capital, which are known as factors of production. As we read through the story of Palampur, we will learn more about the first three factors of production, and with the help of the story of Palampur we are able to know about the three factors of production. For the convenience we will refer to the physical capital as the capital in this chapter, and in this chapter for our convenience we are using physical capital as the capital in this chapter.